After 65, never do these 5 things alone at home. Stay safe and independent. Have you ever caught yourself thinking, I'm perfectly fine doing this on my own, only to realize later that maybe it wasn't the safest choice? If you're over 65 and living at home, this feeling of independence is something you cherish deeply, and rightly so. We all want to keep living on our own terms, enjoying the freedom and comfort of our own space. But sometimes, there are moments when trying to do everything alone can put your health or safety at risk. That's exactly what I want to talk about today. It's a sensitive topic, but an important one, because staying safe and independent don't have to be at odds with each other. In fact, making smart choices about what we do alone and what we ask for help with can actually extend our independence for years to come. In this video, we'll explore 5 things that experts agree you should avoid doing alone after 65. These aren't just random warnings. They're backed by real-life experiences and research showing what can lead to falls, injuries, or emergencies at home. But I'm not here to scare you. Instead, I want to help you recognize these moments and prepare for them, so you keep living safely and confidently. Let's start with one that might seem obvious but is often overlooked: climbing ladders or stools to reach high places. Maybe it's changing a light bulb, cleaning ceiling fans, or grabbing something from a high shelf in the kitchen. It feels like a simple task, something you used to do without a second thought. But after 65, our balance and reaction time can slow down just a little, making a simple fall much more serious. I remember a friend who, at 70, decided to replace a light bulb by standing on a chair. She lost her balance, fell, and ended up with a broken wrist that took months to heal. Not only was she sidelined from doing many things she loved, but her confidence took a hit too. If you need to reach something high, it's perfectly okay to ask for help or use safer tools designed for stability, like a sturdy step ladder with a handrail or a grabber tool that extends your reach without climbing. The key is to avoid risks that can lead to falls, because falls are one of the leading causes of injuries and hospital visits for older adults. And the good news? With a little planning and awareness, most falls are preventable. Another thing to think twice about is handling heavy or bulky household chores alone. Things like moving furniture, lifting heavy boxes, or even dealing with yard work like trimming trees or climbing ladders outside. Sometimes we want to prove we're still strong and capable, but our bodies change over time. That means lifting or twisting in awkward positions can lead to strains, back injuries, or worse. It's okay and smart to ask for help when a task feels too much for one person. Maybe you have a trusted neighbor, family member, or local service that can pitch in safely. And when you do decide to lift or carry something, remember to bend your knees, keep your back straight, and hold objects close to your body. These little adjustments protect your muscles and joints from unnecessary stress. Now let's talk about something you might not think of as risky, but really is: taking medications without someone knowing. Managing multiple prescriptions can get confusing, especially if you're taking different pills at different times of day. Taking your medication alone is normal, but what's important is having a system in place so someone close to you knows your schedule and can check in if needed. Why? Because missing doses, doubling up, or taking the wrong medicine by accident can have serious consequences. A friend of mine once shared how her father forgot he'd already taken his blood pressure pill and took a second dose, which caused him to feel dizzy and nearly pass out. Setting up a medication organizer, keeping a medication diary, or using reminder alarms can help you stay on track. But having a family member or caregiver aware of your routine is another safety layer. Someone who can help if you have questions or notice changes in how you feel. Lastly, think about emergency situations like sudden dizziness, chest pain, or a fall, and whether you're prepared to handle them if you're alone. Many people keep emergency numbers on their phone, but it's easy to forget when you're feeling unwell or panicked. That's why having a medical alert system or a wearable device that can call for help with the push of a button can be a lifesaver. These devices are designed to be easy to use and connect you to emergency responders or loved ones quickly. They provide peace of mind not only for you, but also for your family. So the takeaway here is that while independence is priceless, It's wise to know when it's okay to ask for help or use technology to stay safe. As we continue, we'll talk about a couple more things that many seniors try to handle alone but really shouldn't. These tips will help you protect yourself while continuing to enjoy the comfort and freedom of your own home. Let's keep this conversation going by diving into a couple more things that, while they might seem harmless or routine, can actually be risky to do alone once we reach a certain age. One of those is home repairs or maintenance. Things like fixing a leaky faucet, changing a fuse, or even handling electrical cords and appliances. Maybe you've always been the fix-it person in the family, the one who can solve just about any problem around the house. That's a wonderful skill to have, and it's part of what makes living independently so rewarding. But after 65, your safety has to take priority. Handling electrical repairs, or anything involving heights or heavy tools can quickly turn dangerous. The risk of electric shock, falls, or injuries from tools increases when you're working alone and there's no one to assist if something goes wrong. I heard from a woman who was trying to fix a broken light switch by herself. She didn't turn off the circuit breaker first and ended up with a nasty shock. Fortunately, she was okay, but the experience taught her a valuable lesson. Some jobs are better left to professionals or done with someone else around. So instead of risking injury, it's smart to reach out to a trusted handyman or a family member when a repair feels beyond your comfort zone. And if you're going to do simple tasks like changing light bulbs or resetting breakers, make sure you have a phone nearby and a plan in case you need help quickly. Now, another activity many seniors try to tackle alone is navigating stairs or uneven surfaces, especially when carrying something like laundry baskets, groceries, or cleaning supplies. Stairs can be a real hazard. It's easy to misstep, especially if your vision isn't as sharp or your balance isn't what it used to be. Carrying bulky or heavy items can block your view and make it harder to hold onto handrails. A neighbor of mine shared a story about her father who was carrying a full laundry basket up the stairs. He slipped, and though he caught himself, it shook him deeply. After that, they set up a routine where someone helped him with stairs or heavy lifting. If you have stairs in your home, consider safety upgrades like sturdy handrails on both sides, non-slip strips on each step, and good lighting. And don't hesitate to ask for help when carrying things up or down. There's absolutely no shame in teamwork. It's about smart choices that keep you safe and strong. We've talked about a few physical tasks, but there's also something important to consider when it comes to mental and emotional safety. Being alone during moments of confusion or sudden illness. Sometimes seniors experience dizziness, sudden weakness, or even memory lapses. These can be signs of health issues that need immediate attention. If you're alone and don't have a way to call for help quickly, these moments can become emergencies. That's why it's crucial to have a safety plan in place. Maybe it's a medical alert system, as we mentioned before, or simply checking in with a trusted friend or family member regularly. I know a lovely woman who makes it a point to call her daughter every morning after breakfast. It's a simple habit, but ensures someone knows she's okay. If she ever doesn't call, her daughter follows up immediately. This routine gives both of them peace of mind. Also, keep important phone numbers visible and accessible around your home. On the fridge, by the phone, or even programmed into speed dial. And consider keeping your mobile phone or emergency device on you at all times. The goal here is to reduce the risk of being alone in an emergency without support nearby. Being proactive about these situations doesn't diminish your independence. It actually empowers you to stay safe longer. Before we finish this part, let's touch on something many of us do every day without a second thought: cooking. Cooking is a joy for many, but it's also a time when accidents happen, especially when we're in a hurry or distracted. Things like leaving the stove unattended, handling hot pans, or trying to reach for something on a high shelf while carrying a pot can lead to burns, spills, or falls. If you live alone, it's a good idea to have safety measures in place. Simple things like timers to remind you to check the stove, using pots with handles that are easy to grip, and keeping frequently used items within easy reach can make a big difference. And if you ever feel tired or unsteady, it's okay to ask a neighbor or family member to help prepare meals, or to consider meal delivery services. The goal is to enjoy cooking safely, not to take unnecessary risks. These habits and precautions aren't about limiting your freedom. They're about preserving it so you can keep doing the things you love in your home for many years to come. Now let's talk about the last, and one of the most important, things you should never do alone at home after 65. Handling emergencies by yourself without a plan. It might feel a bit uncomfortable to think about emergencies. After all, we all hope they never happen. But being prepared can make all the difference when something unexpected comes up. Imagine feeling dizzy, having chest pain, or slipping and falling. If you're alone and don't have a quick way to get help, those moments can become serious very fast. That's why it's crucial to have a clear, easy-to-use plan for emergencies. Maybe that means keeping a phone or medical alert device right next to you at all times. Maybe it means letting a trusted neighbor or family member know your schedule, so they check in regularly or can pop over if something feels off. One of the best ways to stay independent is to admit that sometimes we need support, and that's perfectly okay. Having a safety net doesn't mean you're losing freedom. It means you're making sure you're protected to live freely longer. I've met many inspiring seniors who say that accepting help when it matters most has given them confidence to keep living independently and enjoy life fully. Another tip is to create a list of important phone numbers and emergency contacts and keep it visible in your home, on the fridge or near the phone. It can include your doctor, local emergency services, neighbors, or close family members. That way, if you do need help, you or someone assisting you can quickly reach the right people. And speaking of help, it's a good idea to let those close to you know about any health conditions or medications you're taking. This information can be life-saving in emergencies. Remember, taking these safety steps isn't about fear. It's about empowerment. You're taking control of your environment, knowing you've prepared for whatever life might throw your way. As we've talked about today, staying independent and staying safe go hand in hand. By avoiding risky solo tasks like climbing ladders, heavy lifting, complex repairs, navigating stairs alone with heavy items, and being unprepared for emergencies, you're protecting your health and freedom. And it's all about smart choices, not limitations. One of the most beautiful things about this stage in life is the wisdom you've gained. And that wisdom includes knowing when to ask for help. Your home should be a place of comfort, joy, and safety. Making small changes or reaching out to others when you need to isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. If you found these tips helpful, I'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences in the comments. Have you had moments where asking for help made a big difference? Or maybe you have safety tips of your own to share with our community. Don't forget to like this video if it gave you useful ideas, and subscribe to the channel for more practical advice and encouragement to help you live your best, safest life. Here's to many more years of independence, confidence, and happiness in the comfort of your own home. You're doing an amazing job taking care of yourself, and that's something to celebrate every day. Thanks for spending this time together. Take care and stay safe.